Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into PBR on US Cowboy. My name is Brent Herringard, and we are coming to you, as always, from the Fort Worth Stockyards, and we are previewing Stampede days in Nashville. After this weekend, the PBR team season will already be about a third of the way through, and so I said this last week, I'm going to say it again this week. We'll finally start to see a little bit of separation, really figure out who's who moving forward once we are through 11 of the 35 games. And so, just like last week, I'm going to give you one matchup to watch each day, 3 total matchups to pay attention to at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville this weekend. And we start with a battle of 5-3 teams, the Kansas City Outlaws versus the Austin Gamblers. And Casio Diaz, the star of the Kansas City Outlaws, he is week to week, so we probably won't see him this weekend. We'll see how the Outlaws can adjust to that, but both teams are hot. The Outlaws won 2 of 3 this past weekend, really found their groove after stumbling a little bit in Duluth, Georgia. Same deal for the Gamblers. They won 3 in a row. They also stumbled in Duluth, Georgia 2 weeks prior, but won 3 in a row in Florida, and both teams loaded with stars. The Gamblers have really kind of figured out their lineup. They only used 6 total bull riders last weekend through their 15 rides, and among those 6, they've got Sage Kimzey leading off every game last weekend. They've got Jose Vitor Leme closing every game, and they've had Dalton Castle in the lineup all 3 games. So good recipe to go 3-0 there. And a battle of terrific leadoff men, because the Gamblers have Sage Kimzey leading off, while the Outlaws have young Colton Hevelo, who is 4th in the MVP race. He is one of 5 guys currently who have ridden at least 6 bulls on the PBR team season. So that matchup is Friday night. On Saturday, we've got the best team in the league versus the worst team in the league, the Arizona Ridge Riders versus the New York Mavericks. The Ridge Riders take on the Stampede on Friday, so a very, very good chance that the Ridge Riders will enter 8-1 and the Mavericks will enter 1-8. But this could be the matchup, if there ever is one, to flip the momentum on a dime for the New York Mavericks season. Again, they are 1-8. They started off 0 for 15 on the year. They were 0 for 5 each of the first 3 games. But since then, 8 of 25. So nothing crazy, but for the last 3 weekends, or the last 2 weekends, excuse me, they have not been the worst team in the league. They have not had by far the worst riding percentage. They are on par with teams like the Stampede, like the Thunder over the last 5 games. And so if they're going to get that momentum, like I said, you might have it in a game where you're facing a team in the Ridge Riders on an 8-game win streak. And if you at 1-8 can snap that win streak and beat the best team in the league, well, you've proven you can beat anyone in the league then, and that might be all it takes for the Mavericks to keep on moving forward there. And, you know, if not, we're looking at a really, really rough outlook for the rest of the season for them. So again, can they flip their momentum a little bit with a big win over the Ridge Riders? And then our last game, 2 teams that we have already talked about in this preview, the Austin Gamblers versus the Arizona Ridge Riders. 2 longest active win streaks in the PBR right now. The Ridge Riders entering the weekend with 7 in a row. The Gamblers, like I mentioned, coming in at 3 in a row. And what I like about these teams, and obviously health plays a part in this as well, but they're not searching for anything right now. You know exactly what you are getting in both of these lineups, where the Ridge Riders, everything except their number 3 spot this year has been the exact same for the entire season. So their number 1, their number 2, their number 4, and their number 5 have been the exact same in all 8 games. We have seen the same thing with the Gamblers. They only used 6 guys for their 5 spots last week, and then Sage Kimzey led off every game. Jose Vitor Leme closed every game. Dalton Castle was in the 4 spot every game. So both of these teams right now have at least 3, and then in the Ridge Riders case, 4 of their spots in their starting lineup essentially locked up, and it's worked really, really well for them. And again, for preview sake, for preview purposes, when these 2 teams get together on Sunday, you know exactly who you're going to see, or you know at least 7 of the guys you are going to see, and they are all terrific or have been terrific this season. You know you're getting Sage Kimsey. You know you're getting Jose Vitor Lema. You know you're getting Dalton Castle. You know you're getting Everton De Silva, Keyshawn Whitehorse, Luciano De Castro, Eduardo Aparecido. Those guys are all staples in those lineups. And like I said, when you are not searching anything, when you're not struggling to find the right lineup, and you know who your best 5 guys are, at least who 4 of your best 5 guys are, well, that bodes well for not just week in and week out, but what happens, again, barring injury, come playoff time. They're not searching for anything in these lineups. They know who their guys are. I think that matters a ton. And again, I think once we get to Sunday, this could very well be a marquee matchup between what are the 2 best teams in PBR teams right now. So remember, Fox Nation on Friday, CW Saturday, CBS/the CW on Sunday, game of the week on CBS, and then live on the CW on Sunday. That is where to watch PBR teams, but hopefully we gave you something, a few things to look forward to enjoy your watching a little more over the weekend. And remember, we will be back on Monday to break down all of that action. Thursdays we preview everything. Monday we recap it. So we hope you join us then. Until then, please subscribe, please like, please tell a friend. It all matters. It all helps us grow our channel. And obviously, we would very much appreciate it. So all that being said, we hope you enjoy this weekend of PBR teams action. We will see you Monday here on the US Cowboy YouTube channel to recap it all and break it all down. Thank you for joining us.